Hello, how are you? Welcome into the space and settle in. Right before recording, I was asking for a word from Spirit to dive into, and very strongly, I got the word expectations and to go into discussing expectations and how you are invited to hold the highest expectations of yourself, to have the highest expectations of the universe, working things out in your favor. I'm now seeing the card of patience, to have patience as things are calibrating in your reality and lining up to meet you. And perhaps you may be feeling a bubbling up of some frustration or expecting things to be here and now or on your timing or when you want, or wondering what's happening, or perhaps having worry or fear or doubt bubble up to the surface, and to come back into expectation of the highest good with certainty, with you expecting the best of yourself and for yourself, and also to keep metered expectations of others and how others are in relation to you, in in how they show up, in simply allowing people to be who they are and as they are, where they're not causing harm. And your interpretation of that can be unique to you. We all have our own unique worldview in terms of what what we expect from ourselves, what we expect from others, what we require and desire, what we're expecting from the world, or if we have expectations in that sense. Let me know if this is resonating with you. But it may be that you're experiencing shifts and changes and feeling that you're no longer a frequency match to certain people in your reality, or perhaps that you're tapping into even greater liberation or freedom and expansion and joy and harmony and peace within you, even if your external reality circumstances are not quite lining up to that new inner calibration. But you have done a lot to work on yourself, and you are broadcasting a higher vibration from within you in your internal reality. And therefore, you may be experiencing some kind of what you may perceive to be a bit strange reactions from certain people that you may know in your reality. That there's certain people that are no longer perhaps coming into your space or giving you attention that they may have in the past, or the interaction is different, or you know the energy shift. You can feel it already. It's in your gut that you know when energy shifts. If you evolve somehow, and if you feel that someone else is also evolving or is supporting and cheering on your evolution, or even if there's a silence there, that it doesn't feel to be an energy of envy or disapproval or monitoring you, but a genuine support, even if the connection or interaction can ebb and flow, because we all have our own lives, we've all got our own commitments, we've all got our own focuses. Let's be kind here ultimately and give one another grace to be, who we are, who they are, and to accept all as divinely perfect. But you may be experiencing some consistent friends become a lot less consistent, and that may be because your vibration is rising even higher, and there is a lag in whether or not that person wants to also be on that vibration, whether or not they are, or something may be going on in their life that your expectations should be focused back in on yourself, so that you don't get caught up in being swayed or influenced by these dynamics, and you can just accept them and allow them to be. Especially if you are someone who has done a lot of shadow integration, you have done a lot of holding space for your own pain, you have done a lot of being in the dark. And if you have pulled yourself up out of that, and you are in gratitude and happiness and joy and just happy smelling a lemon, whatever it is, and you're sharing and broadcasting and radiating out that happiness, and you're feeling energies of that not being supported, please, I invite you to just completely disengage, to not have any interest in that, because you deserve to have this level of newfound joy and appreciation and gratitude and happiness. And if you needed to hear it from someone, hear it from me. You deserve to feel good. especially if you have been through very challenging and difficult times. And you deserve to have people in your reality who cheer on that next level expansion and inner happiness and joy and sharing and emanating that and radiating it out and wanting to inspire and uplift and support others and wanting to share it to others and transmit it to others and create something good in this world. You deserve to have that level resonance match up to you, and it is there in your energetic field, and it can come in a lot. I'm hearing it can come in a lot sooner once you make complete peace and acceptance with what is leaving or what is not a match to that, and what is not giving you the caliber or the level of care and support that you're requiring or that you want to experience in your reality. And at the same time, to be mindful and aware from a point of 0 point neutrality and humility that you can hold yourself accountable for your own imperfections and your flaws and times that you may have let another down in a way that you can hold grace and compassion for this and not take anything like that personally, because it really is none of your business and has nothing to do with you. And that is a liberation. It's other people potentially projecting their shadows or their pain or whatever it may be onto you. And at the same time, you deserve to anchor into your peace and to hold that vibration and to allow yourself to maintain it and to secure and create what it is that you came here to create what you know in your heart you're already worthy and deserving of, simply because you are, because you exist. Not to allow yourself to be influenced and swayed by any projections or the silence or responses or interactions with others in your reality, to come back into your center. I'm the center of my own universe, which you are, which sounds highly egotistical. But when you're coming back into center and you can ground in zero frequency and come back into your own energy, breathing your own energy back into your own body, you can fill up your own cup to completely replenish your own energy, which allows you to give the best version of yourself. So it is actually a selfless act to be selfish in that way. To be not selfish, as in you're fishing for something and looking for something for your benefit, like going fishing, we can say selfish, but self-centered, I take as having a different meaning, as in I'm centered in the knowing of who I am, not necessarily my personality self and my human self, but my I am divine self, centered in my divine self. And we can choose to give new meanings to things and how they feel and what resonance that they are. But if you feel the feeling of that, the difference between the selfish, if we think of the analogy of fishing for something, and maybe in the potential energy of needing or seeking or unworthiness or manipulation, and self-centered, you're centered in you're centered in your I am knowing, and you're moving from that energy, then you're not operating from an energy of lack, and you're coming at things from an energy of wholeness. And when you're in the energy of wholeness in your movement and in your action, you're already magnetic, because you're already viewing and seeing and embodying the frequency of being whole, of having everything, of being everything, of holding all that energy and life force, vitality, pulsating, beating heart, breath. As you breathe, you prosper. You are everything within your own body. And how moving and acting and showing up from that energy makes you more abundant, makes you more generous, makes you more kind and compassionate. It gives the next level best version of you. And that's something to be celebrated. So if you're feeling that you would appreciate greater celebration, I'm inviting you to celebrate yourself, to celebrate your growth, your evolution, and to take some praise and celebration from me, but you don't even need it because you can give that to yourself. You can completely fill up your own cup with that which you need. I'm now guided to an angel card that came out today, which is imagination. And also with that, there's acknowledgement. The acknowledgement of your I am essence, acknowledgement of all that you have to offer, acknowledgement of your worthiness, acknowledgement of the magic of your existence, acknowledgement of your unique soul frequency and unique soul frequency sound you have through your voice, and sharing your voice is so profoundly important. to share your truth, to share your music, your magic, to chant, to allow your voice of truth and authenticity to be heard and witnessed and seen. And whether or not you feel it is received or witnessed or heard, you can give up even wanting. It's just simply your embodying and being and acting from this state of I'm sharing, and what happens is none of my business. That's power. So acknowledgement I'll go to first. Look after yourself by acknowledging your desires and needs and taking steps to meet them. Examine and note your gifts, talents, and achievements. When you accept all aspects of yourself, you feel centered and confident. Then you can genuinely acknowledge others. Become aware of and nurture the good qualities of the people in your life so that they can feel relaxed and happy in your presence. And this can support you if you're feeling in any energy of frustration or judgment bubble up, to look for the good and also to see the good in yourself. And that can neutralize any dynamic that may be coming up for you, which I'm feeling in the collective today. Angel wisdom reminds you to recognize who you truly are, an evolved spirit in a human body. When you acknowledge your spiritual dimensions, you will align with your true self, self-centered in your true self, and your spirit will soar. The affirmation says, I acknowledge who I truly am. I'd like you to say that with confidence and conviction. Hand over your heart and over your solar plexus. I acknowledge who I truly am. I know who I am. Truth is who I am. Love is who I am. I'm a divine being. I give love and grace and compassion and acceptance to all parts of myself. And let that acceptance and grace and compassion within me radiate out to all others. It feels so divine. Imagination. Thoughts are the building bricks of life, for everything begins with a thought. Add creativity to thoughts and you have imagination. I was guided to speak on how we are in Taurus season, yet Gemini season approaches. So from the beginning of the zodiac year, we've had the I am divine self, anchoring in and embodying more of that divinity within the I am. Looking at how we can share our authentic truth without falling into ego, allowing our individuality as a celebration of the expression of who we are while seeing our part in the whole, in the collective. And Taurus season is about your needs and your worthiness and your value and meeting your own needs. And it's also a lot to do with monetary value in today's world, in embodying and holding the frequency of what it is you're wanting to experience. And it was coming to me this morning to share now, it's coming through, is if you're wanting or needing, or you're getting into that energy of like, I just want this to happen, or I need this, and then I will be what, zoom out, notice the thought pattern in your head. That will tie us into the Gemini energy. But what is the feeling or sensation that you want to have? So for instance, if you want to generate more of an income, if you want to receive more money and abundance into your life, what is the feeling that you're wanting it to give you? Is it freedom? Is it more free time so that you can be with people you love? Is it to feel more empowered, that you have the power to make new choices and decisions? Is it that you want to be able to purchase something? And can you drop into the feeling of having that and being able to do it and to take certain actions or be and embody the state in your body throughout today that brings you into wholeness and is radiating and generating that experience within your body so that you become the frequency match to what it is you're essentially wanting to create and experience. So if you want the power to be able to make new choices today. Move differently, go to a different place, move objects around in your house, create something in you that's giving you the sensation in your body that you have the power to drive change, that you're the one in control here. And you can dominate in that way and feel the power of that energy within you, and therefore magnetize more of what allows you to feel empowered. And therefore what you require can be coming to you as you take aligned action towards your goal. Also, that's making sense for you, to drop a comment. If you're feeling you'd like to have more time abundance, that can you find a way to generate that and to give pure presence to it and celebrate it and be in gratitude for it, and to journal and to be present with others or whatever it is that you're wanting to experience, but to be fully present with it, giving thanks for it. And knowing that in the gratitude of that pure presence, you're amplifying more of the desire of that and you're creating more of that for you in a way that is brought to you in your reality. So get clear on the undercurrent behind whatever it is you're believing right now that you need or that you want or would like to experience, and go 5, 7, 8, 10 layers deep. Keep asking why. Why do I want this? Why do I want that feeling? How is it going to make me feel? What's it going to give me? Is there a void I'm looking to fill in? Is there a sense of satisfaction that I want to appreciate? Is there something I want to expand and grow? Do I want to activate even more joy? And to get into how you can use the power of your acknowledgement of who you truly are, coupled with the imagination, to create that feeling state within your energy body today. Now, every castle starts as a castle in the air, and every frequency starts as an embodiment in your body. This image is then grounded by architects and builder. If we say God is the architect and you are the builder. With me, the angels are inviting you to use the power of your creative imagination to expand your horizons and picture the life that you want. So if you write down those things of what it is you're truly wanting to feel and experience, and some people say they're not good at visualization, but if you get clear and journal and write down what it is specifically you want, and be in creating a scene of what that image would be for you. So say you want to be able to travel to a certain place and you want the money to travel there, then how you can be in your excitement when you're in motion. Even when you're walking down the street, visualize or imagine that you're walking to the airport. That you're visualize that you're actually walking in the place that you want to be in. And imagine, play music from the culture of that place. Get on the vibe as if it's already here. It's already happened, that you are lining up to meet that. You're becoming the frequency match to being it. It's in your body. It's here. You are here already. You're drawing that timeline in. And this has been so powerful for people who manifested these exact things through these practices of creative visualization and imagination, and having fun with it. Be playful, be light, get into, wouldn't this be fun? Or what are the chances? And start asking yourself these questions. Start laying back on your sofa and meditating and dreaming into and allowing yourself the freedom of play and wonder and creativity to experience within the power of your imagination. And as you're imagining it, you are, through that energy, coupled with the power of your intention, your will, and your joy, your gratitude, your fun, your childlike wonder, creating into your childlike energy, you are making that real. In your imagination, it's real. The brain does not know the difference between what is you are just thinking about and what is imagination. It cannot distinguish. So imagine and make it real. Manifest it into your reality. When you hold a vision, the angels see the clarity of your intention and the doors open to help you. And today I was also getting the energy, because in clearing Reiki 1, we're clearing the yellow ray, the solar plexus, which is inviting you also to be the channel for what is the highest good of spirit, of yourself, the I am divine self, and also in spirituality, in terms of oneness and in terms of serving the greatest good in the collective, and to observe when you may be in ego about that. And that's not to say that some egoic desire has anything bad or wrong about that. It's all part of the sacred. It's all, we need the ego to be here and to function and to survive. And I mean, it's a dance and a between both. But the more you are in pure intention and the more you're connected to the energy of your spirit, which is your childlike wonder and its lightness, its joy. And in that vibration, you are rendered harmless because you are just in pure essence of being, in wonder and joy and in aliveness. So being in that state while you hold that creative imagination and that energy, and you get excited with some feeling bubble up within me right here, right now. Are you with me? If you get into that playfulness, doors open for you. The angel wisdom guides you to decide your desired outcomes. Be certain that you have the purest intentions, is what I was just saying. Then imagine your dreams and start the process of creation. You take the first step. You move from the energy of acknowledgement and wholeness of the I am divine self. You start imagining what you could create, and you take the first step, and you don't even need to see the next one. You can have the way unfold, and at the same time, be in your energy of certainty that all is serving your highest good. To any detours, delays, it's all taking you because you've set the intention, you've activated the decision within you. You've been in your playful imagination, and Spirit is seeing the movie on that screen, and Spirit knows what you want and what you're putting out there. And you can be in fun and joy and appreciation and gratitude and smile and be wonder and play and happiness and joy and excitement about it. And when you're tapped into that excitement through your imagination, you're literally activating more abundance. You're activating more to be excited about. You're broadcasting the signal of, oh my God, this is so much fun, and drawing more fun to you. So, what it is that you want to be creating and experiencing, be it in the embodiment in your body, so that the frequency match can meet you. You're not coming from an energy of lack or wanting or needing. You are the frequency, and the frequency magnetizes to you. And here we can get into the energy of black cat energy. If you consider a black cat, I have a black cat. His name is Milo. Absolutely love and adore him. And he has been the greatest, I would say, spiritual teacher of my current lifetime. I would say, in just purely watching him in presence, in how he cares for himself and how he communicates his boundaries and how he meets his own needs and how he gets what he wants when he wants it and how he can relax and all comes to him and how he's sweet and affectionate when he wants to be and he receives all that he requires in a less is more approach. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. And it's just the magnetism of that. Like I go after what I want when I want it. Everything is mine. I'm the authority here. I can relax and surrender. Anyone I don't trust, I'm moving the hell away from. Whoever does have my trust from an energetic understanding, I will show my belly to with love. Black cat energy is the energy of acknowledging, I know who I am. I'm being in your imagination. Oh, perhaps I could do this and I could go there, and knowing that it's all unfolding for you and being in your curiosity, in your playfulness, and drawing to you all that you require and desire on the frequency. Other energies that came out were to take a break. This is resonating with you. If I find the card now, yes, from this oracle, the Work Your Light Oracle, take a break. And this can be to zoom out in terms of perspective or to rest, to perhaps allow yourself to be in more of the energy of less is more, to allow yourself to be more receptive, to surrender into the divine feminine energy so that you can allow more creative imagination and inspiration to pour through you. So you can be more on the frequency that you want to be on. So you can be connecting to your breathwork practices and doing some realignment or shifting work within you, because the work is essentially, if we're going to talk about percentages, some say 70%, some even say 90% of energetics, and the rest is the action and the doing and the productivity in taking action in alignment. And for us to come into greater alignment, there needs to be some resting your body, giving your body what it needs, being in nature, perhaps even movement, being a taking a break from your usual routine. If you're always on devices or always sitting, for instance, to take a break from yourself, I'm also getting, as in take a break from who you usually are. Like if you go to a new place, it tends to draw out another side of you. You become a new version of you when you go on holiday or travel or you meet new people. It's another side of you comes out. Now I'm getting how I had crossed paths with somebody this morning and how she literally lives down the road from me. And we were both kind of amazed at how we had never crossed paths in the whole time that we both lived here in this place. And I came out with its dimensions. We weren't on the energetic match. Now we're resonating on a similar frequency. We come into another's reality, and it can be like you never see the person that lives two doors down from you because you're not on a frequency match. And have you noticed that how there may have been people that you no longer align with who you don't even see anymore? They don't come into your reality because you're not a frequency match, or you're not led to think about them even. And literally anyone that you no longer think about, it's almost as if they don't exist. They do, but I think it's a very neurodivergent thing as well, in terms of how anyone with ADHD, which I dislike because this disorder part is like nuts to me. It's not a disorder. You have a genius way of thinking, a creative brain, basically, in how you think in different ways that are not seen as the standard or normal in society. Anyway, leave that to the side. People who identify with being neurodivergent can find that they may find it painful when connections come to a close. But there's also the energy of when you're done, you're done. There can be this holding on, but when it's done, it's done. Like it's like that person doesn't exist anymore. It's going to be quite harsh and going to seem quite brutal, but it's something in your energy where you get to a kind of like, well, I've given all I could, or this is really not working out, so time to move on. And that is actually liberating. That gives you peace. That allows you to move forward, and is a healthy thing in a way. If you feel that you have tried as much as you can, I mean, I don't even like the word try either. If you've given as much as you could, or you were holding high expectations of yourself and perhaps not able to meet certain criteria, or vice versa, that something is no longer in resonance, it's no longer in resonance. And we're all imperfectly perfect human beings here. We can have grace and compassion. But the more we allow ourselves to move away from and to allow the closure of cycles that are no longer in alignment, the more we're creating energetic space for the new. And that's what the take a break is asking you for. Take a break from an old version of you or the current version of you, so that you allow yourself to emerge into a new version of you, which is quantum jumping, which is creating your new timeline. That you allow a new version of you to come out from the inside out in how you show up and how you are with yourself, in your boundaries and how you care for yourself and how you're valuing your own energy. So I'm going to take a look at the description here for take a break on page 82. Let me know if this is resonating with you so far. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. This is life's a work, not a season. Get off the treadmill, like on the hamster wheel of go, go, go. Keep doing the same thing. You keep getting the same results. Then you can create and perpetuate cycles of disappointment, resentment, frustration, burnout, overwhelm, stress, tiredness. And taking this step back can propel you forward, can allow new energy to come in, can allow new insights to reveal to you, to allow you to come back to something with new energy, or to even consider whether or not you want to return to something, or you want to pivot and create something entirely new as the new you, to allow that unfolding in the ebb and flow of the now. It's okay to take a break and enjoy your creations, to take a moment from your busy schedule, to get off the treadmill of life, to appreciate and acknowledge. That's echoing the acknowledgement card. All that you have created, achieved, released, or experienced. Congratulations and well done. Before rushing on to the next thing. To be in the moment and enjoy exactly where you are right here, right now. To take a breath and regather your mind, body, and spirit. To recalibrate, appreciate, and celebrate. In your imagination of what you're creating, what you're expanding, just be in the visualization and creativity with that in your energy. In seeing it and feeling it and enjoying it and getting yourself a cup of tea and just sitting and basking in and bathing in that vibe. And simply saying to yourself, this is my work. I'm working right now. I'm working on my joy. Oh, lovely. I'm working on my joy. You can put a sign on the door, busy working on my joy. To decide on what you really want to experience next. If you take a moment, you're not going to miss out. You can't ever miss out because you are everything. You are the universe. That, that you're not going to miss a party because you are the party. Like you are everything. Perhaps you've just completed a big project, manifested something significant in your life, released an old way of being, or been burning the candle at both ends. Now is the time to take some time out before rushing on to the next thing. You did it. Enjoy yourself and recalibrate. Go on vacation, book a massage, take long walks in nature, go away for a rejuvenating weekend to recharge and replenish. And I'll even add in that you don't even have to do any of those things, that you can take a break in simply being right where you are, in being with your breath, in playing some music, in dancing right where you are. If any of you would like a fun playlist to move to focus, or even in when you come back into creative process to listen to keep you on a happy vibe, to keep you driven towards, with motivation and success, drop me a comment or send me an email. I'm happy to send you a couple of playlists. Okay, take a break and a breath and come back to the way of love in your heart. This was coming out strongly this morning, which is the energy of the Magdalene. I did meet another Mary on my walk earlier, someone called Lourdes, which connects to the south of France, and healing abilities and the energy of the Virgin Mary and the Rose lineage, if that's resonating with any of you. Connecting back into the heart, that when we're too mental, we're too in our mental energy, which is the Gemini season energy we'll be coming into. It's all is mind, very mental energy and in thinking processes, and being wary of duality. I may go into this in my May reading when I talk about themes for May and what I sense is coming up for the month of May in energy. I am sensing things moving at new speeds, and it being more important to connect with your breath, to be in breath work, and to bring your focus back into your body, because your energy may feel scattered in many directions, or you may feel overwhelmed by certain things in the world or in your external reality if you don't come back into your own body. So starting your day with nature walks, doing gratitude journaling. I'll come back and do May forecast reading and all the tips and hacks and things that you can do then. But to be in your body will be really, really important, to embody the frequency as well, since all is being created from you. And coming back into the body can help you connect more to your heart. Like I was with a person that I met this morning, he chanced upon me walking, having walked through a labyrinth and done mantra chanting, doing Wahe Guru chanting, and just giving thanks to nature, taking care of my own body and doing energy cleansing, spiritual hygiene practices myself, so I can facilitate the attunements and the things that I do. So important to ground. So climbed on up there, went through the labyrinth, was chanting, walking in the grass with my bare feet, and she walks by and we connected, and she starts talking to me about grounding and earthing, and I invited her to do the same. And she was walking through the grass also, like she just happily obliged, and was going through the labyrinth also. I know the creator of it, a beautiful woman, and I had activated energy myself within that space and had taken people up there to do qigong and breath work and doing an intentional walk around through it with your hand on your heart, connected to gratitude and what you're calling in with gratitude, a form of prayer, to pray with gratitude, to pray with the thanks of having received, is true prayer, rather than praying and begging or wanting or needing or wishing or hoping and wanting, to pray with gratitude, with intention. And she happily decided to do this practice, the woman I connected with earlier, and walks through the labyrinth and is connected with gratitude the whole way around. And it's like letting out these sighs, and it was like a releasing coming from her energy, really connected to her heart in the end, and could see a visible shift in her face, in her energy. And she was confirming and saying to me, I feel great. I feel something changed in me. And it was just absolutely beautiful. And what it was just coming out of the mind into the heart, just making that connection, just being in your heart and shutting down the eyes, coming out of the mind, coming out of the thinking, cooling down the body, because the body gets too heated when we're too in our thinking states and too restless. And what's the next thing I have to do, and overthinking things and ruminating. And I need to just slow down and pause and come back into the heart and know that when you're in that frequency, you're emanating a vibration from your body, and you're more magnetic, and you're drawing more of what's the resonance to you. You're drawing in things that are resonating with the vibration of gratitude, rather than things that are resonating with the murky thoughts that are going all over the place. You get me? So it is our duty, our responsibility, an act of love and service in this world to constantly connect with gratitude, not only for ourselves, but for everything around us, because it creates the ripple effect of more good for all. And this is the way of love and the way of the Magdalene, the rose lineage, connecting to your heart and being the way of love in your heart, to be in love in your body, to be in love with your life, to be in love with life itself, to be in love with everything that you come across and into contact with, every flower, every bird singing, every animal, every person that crosses your path that you smile to, regardless of whether or not they smile back, because you're choosing how you want to be. Meeting that in. Okay, Magdalene. Go forth and be true to yourself, dare to be different, to make mistakes, create, for it is in creation that you exist. In a world full of dreams that stem from your heart, in oneness, love, and hatred, wonder and awe, softness and pain, joy and light. In the stillness, the unknown awaits, a void waiting to be filled. Step into it with courage and strength, like a budding rose reaching for the light. Love will lead you to greener pastures. Keep your pockets full of dreams, for life is a test of faith. Allow your light to shine. There is no beginning or end. There is only love. And connecting into that in gratitude. And I would say not step into it, but to be it and to embody it from the 0 point within your energy field. Emitting and radiating the signal from your own energy body. Emanating love, emanating peace, emanating joy, emanating harmony, emanating power, emanating certainty, emanating confidence, emanating conviction, emanating achievement, and a feeling of how you have already achieved in your being. That is the achievement. I'm successful. I did it. Emanating, I did it. Emanating, it's already mine. Emanating, my manifestation is here. Emanating, oh my God, thank you so much. Emanating, oh my God, I'm so excited to meet these people. Emanating, oh my God, I'm so excited for the next level version of me that's coming out right here, right now. And all that you're affirming, that you write down in your journaling practice, take it as it resonates for you, for what you are calling in. Allow yourself a pause, a break, so that you can get on the vibe and use these tips to acknowledge all that you are and to play with your imagination. And how this instantly makes you more generous. It makes you more generous of spirit. It makes you get curious about how you can share things. It makes you want to share something with somebody. It makes you want to send good intentions someone's way. It is a power that makes you generous of heart, being in that loving vibration. Thank you for listening to this video today, for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. You're very welcome to send me an email if you'd like to receive a personal reading where I go through different decks and cards and receive channeled insights specific to you on your journey. I do energy healing, also empowerment coaching, and to receive attunements to Reiki if that interests you. You can check out my website, the courses page, for testimonials and reviews for people who've stepped into that space to receive, who have not looked back, and I'm so grateful for it. Thank you, sending you so much love, and see you in the next one.